We started out of our garage in 1975. So here we are, 1 employee to 101 employees, all these years later. I want to recognize a few of our representatives that have come from far away, and these are some of my great hard-working workers here coming out. They wanted to see the whole thing. Assemblymember Roger Dickinson, thank you for coming. Supervisor Susan Peters, thank you. Supervisor Phil Cerna, he was our representative, and then the redistricting put it all out, but we still love having him around. I'd like to recognize Rob Olmsted, representing Senator Jim Nielsen's office. And then the Honorable Doug Ossie, who just came in. I'd like to thank him. And then Bill Slayton. We're going to hear from Bill Slayton, board member of SMUD. And once again, thanking SMUD for working with our officials and creating this incentive, frankly, at the ratepayers' backs too. It is such a great program. We want to first hear from Assemblyman Roger Dickinson, and following him, we're going to hear from Susan Peters, and then following Susan Peters, we'll hear from Supervisor Phil Cerna.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here back in North Highlands, and I had the pleasure of representing this area on the Board of Supervisors for almost 17 years, so I'm always happy to come back. In fact, not to go too far down memory lane, but I can remember when we had a Price Club here. Remember we had a Price Club once upon a time? Yeah, before the city stole it and became a Costco. And I can remember Vic Fazio and I trying to recruit people to help us work to save McClellan as an Air Force base. So that only goes back about 20 years. But we're doing pretty well at McClellan, aren't we, Phil? Yeah. And Susan. We're doing pretty well at McClellan. Okay. So I am very, very happy to be here, and I wanted to accentuate what's happening here with respect to solar energy in particular, because California, as all of you know, is a leader in advancing green energy in general and solar energy in particular. You know, it's amazing to think how far we've come. In the last year alone, half of all the solar capacity added in California occurred. So last year, in 2013, we added solar capacity which equates to 2,745.8 megawatts. That's enough to power over 600,000 homes. 598,000 of those are in Sacramento County. Is that right, Bill? Well, we wish, but we'll get there. And today we mark the opening of the largest solar project for a recycling company in our region. So congratulations to all who've been involved in that. This is also a great demonstration of what public-private partnerships can accomplish as well, particularly in advancing green technologies. So we have here the combination of private entities and public entities coming together for the benefit of the business community as well as our environment. And I think that clearly qualifies as the proverbial win-win equation. Some of what's able to be accomplished in this area, I think you'll probably hear some more from Bill Slayton and perhaps others about this, comes as a result of the incentives and support that we've provided from the public sector for moving into the green technologies and the green energy generation direction. In fact, according to a 2014 report released by the Renewable Energy Policy Network for the 21st Century, legislation and government policies have been responsible largely for driving the renewable energy market. In California, residential and commercial customers receive rebates through the California Solar Initiative Program and a 30% federal tax credit. These incentives can cover upwards of 40% of the cost of a commercial or residential solar system. I'm happy to say that just earlier in this legislative session, I supported legislation that was signed by the governor, which extends the existing solar property tax exclusion until January 1st of 2025. And this continuation of this particular policy will allow homeowners and businesses to install solar energy without a reassessment of their property taxes. So that's just another aspect of the total equation. You can keep your property taxes as they are and still invest in lowering your energy costs as a home or a business. These are just a sample of what we're doing in California to have a bright energy future, one that is increasingly wise in using our natural resources, and also good for developing business in our state. I want to congratulate once again all those involved in this particular project for all the good work that's done, especially my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors, my colleague from the SMUD Board, and of course all of you who work here to make this such a successful enterprise. Thanks very much.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. I want to commend Recycling Industries for actually practicing what they preach. When they say green is good, they really mean it by investing in solar. And I also want to say how much we at Sacramento County value Recycling Industries as good corporate citizens. Not only do they operate a clean green establishment here in North Highlands, but the company's very much involved in the community. Next month, Recycling Industries is a sponsor of the North Highlands Jubilee, and the company's providing leadership in the local business community along Watt Avenue. We're very close to getting a property business improvement district, a PBID, formed here, largely due to leadership from the members of the executive staff of Recycling Industries. They take pride in their business. They got new signs out front. They landscaped, thank you, paint, all those good things, and they do value having a strong community where they do business and bettering the lives of residents in North Highlands. So Sacramento County and North Highlands are very fortunate to have you here, and I thank you for that.
Good morning. I will try not to recycle any of the comments that preceded my time here at the podium. So I too want to share my congratulations with Scott, Dave, and Jeff, and the whole crew here at Recycling Industries, and congratulate SUNworks for partnering with this great corporate citizen, as Susan mentioned. They really do put into practice all the things that I think we want all of our private enterprise to demonstrate here in Sacramento, which is going green, meaning taking advantage, in this case, of solar panels, isn't necessarily going to be detrimental to your bottom line. In fact, 80%, my understanding is 80% of the energy that will be used here on site is now generated by what's on the roof today. Putting my hat on as a member of the California Air Resources Board, I certainly don't want to lose sight of the fact that not only does this make good business sense in terms of the energy savings for Recycling Industries, but it really does put into practice and help us reduce our carbon footprint here in the Sacramento region. So I want to thank you, Recycling Industries, for all the great work that you continue to do, and hopefully this will be a model and inspiration to other private enterprise here in the region to do the same. Thank you.
Good morning. Again. So I just, David handed me his business card. Look at that card. So I think it's about efficiency as well as recycling. So I don't know exactly where to file that, but I'll put it right there. SMUD is really pleased to be able to be here today and to be a partner with Recycling Industries in getting this project completed. People ask me, well, where does the money come for these incentives? And I have to be honest, they come from all of us who pay an electric bill in the SMUD service territory. But our customers at SMUD want us on the board of directors to focus on three things: keeping the cost low, keeping the system reliable, and doing it in an energy efficient manner, being environmentally responsible. And that's what they expect of us. So this project is part of that third leg of the stool of doing things in an environmentally responsible way. This system is going to generate about 500,000 kilowatt hours per year. That's about 50 homes. That's, I believe, more than half of recycling's electricity. It's going to 80%, which is even better. And the incentive is a performance-based incentive under SB1. What that means is the incentive is not something we just say, well, here's some money. What we say is, what is the system going to generate? So we want performance, and these are performance-based incentives. So they're paid out over a 5-year period, and there's a monitor on the system that tells us exactly what it's producing. We've calculated that it's roughly $240,000 is what it should produce given the location where this system is. But we're going to pay based on actually what it produces. You know, I've been on the SMUD board for 12 years. Really, for the past 30 years, SMUD has been working on renewable energy. Our first big industrial solar system was 1 megawatt out at Rancho Seco in 1984, and it was one of the largest in the country at the time. So we've been working on it for quite a long time and trying to help bring the cost down and at the same time make sure we do it right so the system stays reliable. We have other programs that are involved in solar. One of them is called Solar Share. So if you live in a home where you can't put solar on the roof, but you'd like to participate, we have a program for that. Actually, it's a solar system that's on a turkey farm in Wilton. And if you can't put solar on your roof because of shade or because of cost or because of the orientation of the roof, then you can participate just as if you had a solar system on your roof. You pay part of the cost and you get part of the benefit in terms of a lower bill. We're also very pleased to be partnering with recycling industries because of the business that they're in. Because we think recycling is important as a community resource at SMUD. So we diverted over 50% of our solid waste in 2013, and we recycled 811 tons of solid material and hazardous waste. 811 tons in 2013. So we believe in what you're doing from a business standpoint. When we put in our 600,000 smart meters, which we just completed fairly recently, we recycled all the old meters. So we're trying to live by your creed that green is good, right? So it's our pleasure to participate in this program, and we're looking forward to the generation of electricity from right up here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you all your comments. I just wanted to point out some of the key people that really helped actually make us aware of this. You know, my father came to me and said, "We need to go solar." I said, "Where'd you get this idea?" I mean, come on. I always thought of it as cost prohibitive. My dad goes, "Well, my neighbor just did it, and he said we ought to talk to this company." And that company was SUNworks, a division of, I just learned it's a division of Solar3D, correct? And so we met with several solar companies. And when SUNworks came out and Abe sat us down, I felt like I was a baby in diapers, because he had to lead us along through this hour-and-a-half presentation, how all the dollars and cents both went together. And we couldn't have thanked him enough, because it just all came together with him. So, you know, where is Abe? Where are you at? Abe, I got to thank you for starting us out. And then Abe's relationship with SMUD, I think SMUD was just right on with the architects of this whole idea and the government to support it, thanking our electeds for helping make this whole thing come together. And then finally, when we had this great idea and all the dollars and cents all came together, we're like, where do we get this money to start it up? And if it wasn't for our bank at Co-America, Sinatra, she came through with her team at Co-America Bank to help make this whole thing happen. And that's what kick-started it all. So you got this great partnership that worked together, trying to put this one beast going. And I want to thank each and every one of you for what you've done to help. And finally, I just want to thank all my great workers here. You know, Blaine, it's a shame you stand in the sun, because we're going to have a lunch here afterwards, but thank you very much. These are some good people. You know, we got people that started with nothing, and they're supervising for me. Career jobs here that they just got great attitudes, and they're trying to do the best they can, and we're loving every minute of it, because for once I got people that actually do their job better than what I thought I could do, and they're teaching me now. I'm the student, they're the teacher. And so keep up the good work, folks, and this is for you too, and you're going to benefit from it. With that, I don't know if I have any other comments or questions. We were going to do a quick ribbon cutting, and then we're going to just break into some food here, and I think that's it. Call it a day and have fun. All right? Let's come on over here. If we can get everybody lined up, we're going to do a ribbon cut.
I won't run with it.
You thought they were going to have you go up there and say something.
Nice day.
Thanks for all the good things to say about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean it. We wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. That's great. Yeah, sure did a little earlier. I'd be curious. I was just living in the hills last night. But that's the time. It's been great. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with stuff on the roof. It's always kind of cool to see this. Director for